Welcome to episode number 11 of his Texas Rangers March to October series. And today, obviously playing on Texas Rangers March to October series, Game 4 of the 2020 World Series. Yes, it is the 2020 World Series. This is done with show 20. Cannot pour over, and, well, even before, March to October came at the end last year. Or not, well, 2 years ago. This is in real life it's 2021, but in this game, but I'm still playing on, this is MLB show 20, but the year in real life is 2021. So, but MLB show 19, even then, you still could port over the shows and franchises from MLB show 19 and MLB show 20, but you couldn't port over March to October's, and obviously now you can't port over franchises or March, and now you can't obviously, and now you obviously can't port over road to the shows or franchises from MLB show 20 and MLB show 21. So it used to just be March to October from you could port over road to the show and franchise from MLB show 19 and MLB show 20. Couldn't for March to October, but now you can't do it for any of those three. March to October, franchise, or road to the show. You can't port any of those. You can't port any March to Octobers, any road to the shows, or any franchises from MLB show 20 and MLB show 21. And I wanted to continue this series just because I wanted to. And we were close to a World Series at the time when I got MLB show 19. Or excuse me, when I got MLB show 21, I don't know how I was 2 years off, but I was close to, we were close to the, I think, when I got MLB show 21, we were in the postseason. And, we were in the postseason when, I think if I remember right, we were definitely in the postseason, when I got MLB show 19, I know I keep saying MLB show 19, but we were definitely, I think we just won the ALDS. We just swept the A's and the ALDS. I think that was a video, that was like day 3 of that ALDS, where we won and swept the A's. I think that was like the last video or something like that. I think it was like the second to last video before I got MLB show 21, which I got MLB show 21 on my birthday, which was May 1st. And the game only came out like 3 weeks before that, because usually it comes out like March. But I think there was some noise because of COVID that didn't come out until late April, and it came out like April 20th or something. I'm not exactly sure, but it was something like that. It was like mid to late April, and my birthday's May 1st, so my birthday was only like 2 or 3 weeks after it came out. So I just asked for MLB show 21. I decided to ask for MLB show 21 for my birthday. Usually I don't do that though, because usually it comes out in March. So I usually ask for NHL 21 or not NHL 21. Basically, usually I ask for the new NHL game and the new NBA 2K, or usually I ask for the new NHL game and the new NBA game for Christmas, because obviously they just came out at that point like 2 months ago. At Christmas time, the NBA and NHL both come out like October. And neither of the new ones I believe NBA 2K22 has come out, but not NHL 22 yet. But NBA 2K22 has come out, but NHL 22 has not. So I'm probably going to ask definitely for NHL 22 for Christmas, maybe not NBA 2K22, but usually I ask for NHL and NBA for Christmas. And then usually I buy Madden and MLB The Show on their release day. Except for for MLB Show 21, because obviously, like I said, my birthday's May 1st. I asked for MLB Show 21 for my birthday, and usually, like I said, usually MLB Show comes out like in March, but this year because of COVID, I think it was pushed back. Like it was about a month later than it usually was. So it was like April, and I was like, well, late April. I think like April 20th or something like that. So that's only like 2 weeks after, or 2 weeks before my birthday. When did MLB Show 21 come out? Yeah, it came out on April 16th. So really, that is what, like 30? Well, not 30. I don't say 30 days, but that's like that's only like 2.5 weeks before my birthday. But yeah, let's get back into let's focus on this. Game 4 of the World Series. We're up 3-9. It's the Texas Rangers March to October. It's the Texas Rangers March to October. I said it like to start the video, and you can see it's just Texas right there. We're at 3-9, best of 7 series here in the World Series. We are 1 win away, or the Texas Rangers are 1 win away from winning their first World Series in franchise history. They're gonna throw us in the top of the 6th in Game 4, which is in LA, or they're gonna throw us in the top of the 6th in Game 4 in LA. No score. As like I said, it's Rangers at Dodgers. Game 4. Rangers lead the series 3-0. As throw us in, like I said, in the top of the 6th with no runners on, no runners out, and no score in the game. As we broke the win record, we went 118-44 during the regular season. We swept the A's in the division series. We swept the Twins in the championship series, and now we're 1 win away from sweeping the Dodgers in the World Series and winning. The Rangers have swept the A's in the division series, the Twins in the championship series, and the Rangers are 1 win away from sweeping the Dodgers in the World Series, and the Rangers are also 1 win away from winning their first World Series in franchise history. Let's get into Game 4 right now, or what's left of it, because obviously 5 minutes have already been played. No score, top 6, Game 4. Rangers looking for that World Series championship, and they'll do it if they can win Game 4. Let's get into it right now. I'm doing a concert tonight. I'm doing the Granger Smith concert, that's a country singer. You might have heard of him, maybe not. If you haven't looked up Granger Smith, I'm doing a concert tonight, so that's why I'm just saying that, because I'm doing a concert tonight. I'm excited. Listen to music. Let's watch a presentation. Matt Sturgeon. Win the sweep, the Fall Classic. We're averaging 5 runs a day, and they're averaging 1. That's Joey Dallo that's Joey Dallo for us, and that's Cody Bellinger for the Dodgers. Obviously, I know Dallo in real life is on the Yankees, but in the stadium, he's still on the Rangers. And we have Andrew McCutchen. We down via trade from the Phillies. I almost said the Eagles, but we down via trade from the Phillies during the season before the trade deadline. And the pitcher for the Dodgers is Clayton Kershaw. 4-seam fastball, slider, 12-foot curve, a changeup, and a 2-seam fastball. So Kershaw, obviously, like I said, 2-seam fastball, or excuse me, like I said, 4-seam fastball, a slider, a 12-foot curve, a changeup, and a 2-seam fastball. So Clayton Kershaw obviously has 5 pitches. 5-pitch repertoire for Kershaw, and I just guessed that pitch. First pitch to McCutchen. And it's a line drive, and that will fall in front of Josh Peterson, who's in center. I know in real life he's on the Braves, but obviously this is still on with the show 20. There's Trey Mancini. Mancini hit it right back where it came from. And I'm doing runner at first to go to third, throw to third by throw to third by Peterson is up the line and would have been safe anyways. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Runners at the corners, nobody out. So back-to-back singles up the middle. Here's Joey Dallo, who doubled in this game. His 2 home runs, 9 RBIs, and his batting .395 in the postseason. Here we go, lefty versus lefty, and it's a fly ball, medium left center field, and that will be caught by Peterson. The runner at third is 75 speed. He's tagged in. Throw home is cut off by Muncy. Just to the left of the mound. He would have been safe even if it wasn't cut off, because it was literally a bouncing ball that Muncy cut off. The stat fine RBI for Joey Dallo, and the Rangers strike first in Game 4. 1-0 Rangers with a runner at first and 1 out in the top of the 6th. Here's Robinson Chirinos. MVP. I'm not sure if it means Chirinos or not. Line drive foul. I don't know what. There's a 6.1 WAR, which is wins above replacement in 124 games in the regular season, which is not bad. 4.1 is better than, well, some other numbers. Include a negative line drive base hit for Chirinos. So 2 singles and a stat fine. Now another single. 2 on 1 out for the Rangers here in the 6th. As they lived in the, well, did some more runs. Now it's Ruth Eldor. Yes, he's also on the Yankees. But like I said, this is MLB Show 20, which came out like a week before COVID started. Well, it was like, what was that? Right as COVID started, basically. Right before it was that Tuesday during spring break, which was like the 3rd week of March. And I think they said, and that Thursday, like, well, not Thursday, but like 3 or 4 days later, they said that's when they said it was like basically a few days right before COVID. It's like basically right when COVID started, when they obviously schools closed down and all that good stuff. Because spring break was the 3rd week of March, I believe it was the 3rd week, and that Tuesday, MLB Show 20 came out, and I think that like Thursday, wasn't it? or something like that. That's when everything started. And it's a flying ball deep right field. Won't be gone. Betts is bad. Runnerson has 44 speed. I'm tagged, and this should be a bad decision. Throw to third by Lutz is not in time. I believe that was Lutz at second base. So a fly ball right. Here's Todd Frazier. Runners in the corners, 2 outs. Top sits. Who's at second base? That is Lutz at second base. I just to make sure. Frazier's 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out the left. It said. Here we go. That's a ground ball. Feeling my seat to throw to center for the force, and the inning is over. Well, we did 1, but we'll leave 2. No, we have a 1-hitter going, by the way. I didn't realize that. There's Will Smith. Our pitcher is Kyle Dibson, who is a center, a slider, a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, and a curveball. So both pitchers have a 5-pitch repertoire. 68th pitch coming. That's a ball. Well, Smith in game 3 went 1 for 3 with a single. I don't like Dibson's delivery. Is way too, how is that not a strike? It's way too slow. Obviously, it's faster when he's in the stretch with the runners on base. But why is it so slow? It's so slow, actually. I mean, it takes an hour and a half to get to the playoffs. It's faster when you have runners on base because if this slow with runners on base, they'll steal all over you. 2 down. And that's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 down. 10th strikeout for Dibson, which in real life he wasn't the Rangers, I think, to start the year, but he was traded to the Phillies, if I'm not mistaken. Here's the pitcher, Kershaw, will not be pinch hit for in this at bat. That's a ball. Remember, when the screen and the camera moves, the screen and the TV moves, or excuse me, when the screen and the TV moves, the screen and the camera moves. So if the TV is cut off and or if the camera is crooked, I try to fix it as soon as I can. Which usually is a little easier in baseball than like hockey, because hockey, well, it's continuously moving and stuff. Like where you keep moving, the only way to stop playing is to go to the pause menu. But it won't be the show. Well, like right now, I can fix it because, well, if I'm pitching, so it's a little easier to fix it and it won't be the show than NHL. And Madden, I had to fix it before the play clock runs out, all that good stuff. And NBA. Really, I would have to do it during the pause menu. I have to pause the game. Here we go, 2-1 count to Kershaw, 2-2. And on this camera, if you do a clip, that once it's 12 minutes and 45 seconds, it ends. You didn't miss anything, though. Last clip just ended, but you didn't miss anything. Here we go, 2-2 pitch. And that's a little looper. Look it down. Retreating is the third baseman, and it's over his shoulder. And Kershaw, the pitcher, although yes, he is an NL pitcher, gets a base hit. That was over the head of the third baseman, whoever the third baseman is, Todd Frazier. And here's Gavin Lutz, timer at first with 1 out. Pitcher at first is Kershaw. He's wanting a jab to keep his arm warm. They usually do that when it's cold, and obviously it's probably cold. Although it's LA and it's October, late October, but it is nighttime. 0-1 count. Swing and a miss. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the last inning. He came in as a pinch hitter because I played what was left of the game 3 just before I started filming this. That was hit hard. Base hit, 2-on-1 out for the Dodgers here in the 6th. And it threw me in the same situation. Top 6, no score in game 3 with us up 2-0, and well, we won the game 4-0. And the second run, third run, fourth run were on a 3-run home run by Elvis Andrews. So now same situation here. We scored a run in the 6th. Now 2-on-1 out. In the bottom of 6 for the Dodgers, down 1-0. Timer at center base. Go ahead run at first base. 4 home runs in the last 10 games for Turner. As Rangers, if they can win this game, they'll win the World Series. They'll sweep the Dodgers, win the World Series for the first time, win a World Series for the first time in franchise history. Obviously, they'll sweep the Dodgers. They win this game, they'll sweep the Dodgers, win their first World Series in franchise history, and be undefeated and go undefeated in the postseason. 0-2 down. That's just outside. Because right now we are 10-0 because we were 3-0, 7-0. Yeah, we're 10-0 right now. So if we win this game, we'll sweep the Dodgers, win the World Series, and go undefeated in the postseason. Here we go. 1-2 pitch to Turner. Foul ball. Hightower's waving here at Dodger Stadium in LA. 1-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. I thought that was going down the line fair, but nope. Here we go, another 1-2 pitch. Let's go with the curveball on Turner. And we got a piece. 1-2. Still. Another 1-2 pitch. That's low and outside. Now a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball is to be 2. Andrews, Odor, Guzman double play. 6-4-3 double play. It's Andrews, Odor, and Guzman. 6-4-3 double play. 1-up in Texas after 6. So and that after that good battle between Gibson and Turner results in a 6-4-3 double play. Ground ball. Fly ball, Bellinger's there. Fly ball left field, Bellinger's there. 1 down. Well, and now it's our pitcher, Kyle Gibson. Like I said, I'm on the Ranger Smith concert tonight. Also, it's Saturday. I'm happy about that. But also, I did some homework earlier on. I have to do Spanish as one of my electives for high school. I'm a sophomore in high school, which is second year in high school, which is that means you're in 10th grade, and that means you're a sophomore. Like I said, I have to do Spanish. I have to, I did some English, I did some New Testament, I did some Spanish, and then tomorrow I have to do, like, geometry. Only 2 pages of geometry, but it's not, it might take, like, it might take a while, and then also have to study for a New Testament self-test on Monday. Ground ball, this should be 2, and it is. Good hit by Muncie. 7-minute stretch time here at Dodger Stadium, 1-0 in Texas. So like I said, yeah, I did 5 pages in English. I had 5 pages in English, 6 pages in. I had 5 pages in English, 6 pages in New Testament, and 2 pages in geometry. I did the 5 pages in English and the 6 pages in New Testament, and then I'm gonna do the 2 pages in geometry and study in New Testament tomorrow. So that's also New Testament is just reading from the Bible and writing answers, and English wasn't. It was just about like commas and quotation marks, and then geometry is probably going to take forever tomorrow. Hopefully not, though. 1-0 pitch inside 2-0. It wasn't that hard, but just that's why I might be like a little different. I'm not under the weather or anything. I'm just because my brain might be a little burned out from doing English and New Testament, and also just because it's Saturday, I had a long week at school and all that good stuff. And ground ball right into the shift, the door behind second. And throw to first. Guzman did keep his foot on the bat at 2 downs. 1 down, rather. Yeah, 1 down, not 2 down. Here's Bellinger. And if the camera does become blurry for a second, or hopefully it's no more than like 5 seconds. Sorry, it just does that sometimes due to the lighting and that stuff. 93rd pitch down from Gibson. And that's a foul ball. As the Rangers are 8 outs away from winning their first World Series in franchise history, and sweeping the Dodgers in the World Series, and going undefeated in the postseason. If they can do that, they'll finish with a record of 11-0 here in the postseason. Because right now they're 10-0. Swept the division series, which is 3-0. Swept the championship series 4-0, so that's 7. And then obviously won the first 3 games of this series. So 3 plus 3 is 6, and then 6. Or yeah, 3 plus 3 is 6, and 6 plus 4 is 10. So if they can win this game, they'll finish the undefeated record in the postseason, and the record will be 11-0 if they can win this one. And it's a college strike 3, 2 down. Number 11 for Gibson. Energy, I think, is still in the green. I don't like how. I don't know why they all. It's always Cody Allen and Luis Garcia, the ones that are automatically warming up. I don't like. Well, Garcia, I'll keep in ready and wait him, but this is a higher overall between the two. But it's always those 2 pitchers that are always automatically warming up when I come into the game. Especially like game 3 was those 2, but I sat both of them down and then put put 2 guys to warm up, 2 new guys to warm up. Fly ball right center over is the center fielder, which I believe is McCutchen, and that was McCutchen. So F8 that was McCutchen in center, made the catch in right center. F8 right of the 8th here in game 4 with the Rangers up 1-0. Here's McCutchen. So caught that fly ball for the 3rd down on the bottom of the 7th, and now he's leading off the top of the 8th. 80th pitch down from Kershaw. Catching the number 2 batters. 1 for 3. Ground ball. Shortstop. Good play by Cedar. Throw to first. 1 down. Now it's Mancini. That's a slider. It's almost like center cut here. And he sort of teed off of it on it, but it's foul. But, no runners on, 1 out, top 8. 1-0 Rangers. It sits out away from winning their first World Series in franchise history. Line drive, base hit, right center. That'll at least be a double. That goes all the way to the wall by a 375 sign. And that will be a double for Trey Mancini, who we also got via trade from the Orioles before the trade deadline. So we got Metuchen via trade from the Phillies, and we got Mancini via trade from the Oilers. I don't know why I keep saying Oilers. We got Metuchen via trade from the Phillies, and we got Mancini via trade from the Orioles. So we got Metuchen via trade from the Phillies, and we got Mancini via trade from the Orioles. Here we go. Here's Dow, who had an RBI double and lost that bat, which was bad in the 6th inning, which that's when I was controlling him. Here we go. So cleanup man, and that's another foul ball down the left field line. Does go in like the 5th row, maybe 6th or 7th. There's Joey Gallo. Actually, no, he didn't have an RBI double in his last at bat. Didn't. He's 1 for 2. He had a strikeout in the 2nd, a double in the 4th. Those 2 at bats were before they threw us into the game, and then he had a sac fly in the 6th. So he's 1 for 2 with a strikeout, a double, and a sac fly. So that's where got the RBI on the sac fly, not the double, because obviously, well, a double was in the 4th inning, and that was before, well, they threw us into the game. So he's batted .395, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs in the postseason, and I've said a sac fly and RBI in his last at bat. And in the game, he's 1 for 2 with a strikeout, a double, and that sac fly, which is in his last at bat. 0-2 pitch to Dallo. That's another foul ball. Still 0-2 to Dallo. The runner is sent in at 1 out here in the 8th. Here we go. I'm guessing the high center. I don't know if he's going to throw it. I should have guessed the high 4-seamer. And he gave me the high 4-seamer, and I popped it. I don't know. He gave me the high 4-seamer by Dallo popped. Alright, he gave me the high 4-seamer, and Dallo popped it straight up. Caught by Lutz in shallow right center. And now it's Trinos to Sindel. I'm not sure. He Sindel his last at bat. Yeah, that was the same. He's 1 for 3 with Sindel and 2 strikeouts. 2 strikeouts were before they threw us in the game. Here we go. Oh, that was the high center. Done. This guy's a center, a slider, a changeup, and a 4-seam fastball. Now, that's the inside 4-seamer. And that's a line drive. Will it get down? It will! And that will go all the way to the wall. Runner center will come around the score. It's an RBI double for Robinson Chirinos, and the Rangers lead by 2 in the 8th. A huge insurance run for the Rangers, and they lead 2-0 here in the 8th inning. Here's Odor. And Odor lines one right back at the middle. A ball in front of Peterson. I'm sending Chirinos. Here he comes. He's lumbering home. Throw is cut off by Muncy behind the mound. And the throw home is cut off by Muncy behind the mound. Chirinos does score. It's an RBI signal for Rutna Odor as Muncy cut it off behind the mound and tried to dip Odor, but he kind of came a little bit off of first base, had a wide turn, but he does do back to first base. It's an RBI signal for Odor, and the Rangers are up 3-0. Here's Frazier. Frazier fouls one back. Obviously, it's 3-0, but the Dodgers still have 6 more outs to work with. I know it's almost right down the middle. Ground ball. Cedar will throw to first, and it is in time. We did it too. The Rangers do. Middle of 8. It's now 3-0 Rangers. Let's go, boys. Here we go. And I'm gonna leave Dixon in for now. 98 pitch coming. Here's Josh Peterson. 6, 7, 8, 9, or 6, 7, 8 due up for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th with the Dodgers. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Dodgers in the top of the, or nah, what a That's so unlucky. Ground ball, didn't shift base hit. You know, that was 2. No, he won't. That is a signal for Peterson. And then the leadoff man on. Time runs on deck. But like I said, 6-7-8, do it for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th. Or 6-7-8, do it for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th. As they're down 3-0. That was a jam shot. His ground ball would have been right to the third baseman if we didn't have the shift on, but we did. Now it's Cedar with a runner at first and nobody out. 100th pitch turnover and dips in it. It's in there 0-1. Also, Garcia is running away. Also, start warming up our close. I have a righty, Luis Garcia, running away, and I also have another righty, Jose Leclerc, our closer, warming up in the Rangers bullpens. There's a righty warming up and there's a righty running away and a righty warming up. And the righty warming up is our closer. That's a swing and miss. There we go. Let's go with the curve. 102nd pitch, and he got him. 1 down. He got Cedar. 12 strikeout for Dixon, and now it's Smith. Is 0 for 2 with a strikeout in the game. 0 for 11, I think, in the series. It said, or no, yeah, he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out the left in the game, and I believe it said he was 1 for 11 with a single in the series. Yeah, because he single in the last game. Here we go. He's still in the game. Dixon is. So like I said, Will Smith is 0 for 2 with a strikeout in the game and 1 for 11 in the World Series. Let's go with the curve. Swing and miss, strike 2, 0-2. Energy of Dixon's in the yellow slider, and he did not hit him yet. Here we go, another curveball on the inside edge, and how did that miss? It didn't, just didn't call it. Come on, Blue. Strike, 1-2 pitch, and it's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Down him on the slider on the outside corner. 13th strikeout for Dixon, and now Chris Taylor will be pinch hitting for Clayton Kershaw. It's not the tying run, though. Would have been if there was 2 runners on, but there's only 1 runner on. And first pitch is in there. Probably the last batter for Dixon, regardless if he did him or not, but the top of the order is up after this. Regardless of if it's in this inning or the next. That's a diving stop by Guzman to his left, but it's a foul ball. So he dove, and I believe he got it in his glove, but when the ball hit his glove, it was in foul territory. 0-2 to the pinch hitter Taylor, and he got him out in front of a slider. Good performance by Dixon. Gave up a hit, but that's all he gave up. We head to the 9th in Game 4. The Rangers 3-0, and they're 3 outs away from winning their first World Series in franchise history. Here's Rod Strickland trying to keep this deficit right where it is for the Dodgers. We're trying to extend our lead. So regardless of if it's a safe situation or not. I know Brendan Leclerc. That did in the last game. We were at 4-0, and I brought him in the 9th, although he never got the save. Fly ball up center field. That ball is carrying it, but it will be caught in Peterson's glove in left center, 1 down. Good light to his out catch. Now, yeah, pinch hitter for a pitcher. And I'm going to go with one. Shin-Soo-Choo, which I'm not sure if he has a single. Yeah, he doesn't have a single at bat in the postseason. Because obviously he is really old. He's a 60 overall. And he's 37, so. And he's from what? Korea? I think it's Korea. But yeah. Says in single at bat in the postseason because obviously we have better players like, we have Gallo, we have McCutcheon's in center, we have Mancini, and our bench is Shin-Soo-Choo, Danny Santana. Because usually Danny Santana plays in center, but I believe usually McCutcheon's a DH or someone's a DH, but obviously no DH because the pitcher's bat. And then so it's Shin-Soo-Choo, Danny Santana, Willie Calhoun, the prize Dodgers prospect, which has 27 at-bats. Usually he's a DH, but obviously there's no DH. And then Jeff Mathis, who's, 37, like Choo, and neither have played. Santana has played. He has 35 at-bats. But yeah, why not? Because possibly this is probably, Shin-Soo-Choo's, I think he's a free agent after this year. Even if he's not, I might, trade him or release him or something. I'm going to give him at bat, and he's a lefty, and it's a righty, so why not? Let's give him his first at-bat of the postseason. Yes, I do want to pinch it. Shin-Soo-Choo for Kyle Dixon. Why not? His first at bat of the postseason. Maybe hit the bomb or something. Oh, that was a hanging pitch. He lined it right field in his first at bat, and his first at bat of a series and the postseason. He gets a double. Why not? Possibly he could be a free agent. If he is, I'm not going to resign him. Even if he's not, I might release him or trade him. But first at bat of the series, or first at bat of the World Series and the postseason for Shin Chu, and he gets a double. So he's batting 1,000 in the postseason. And here's Andrews, line drive left center. Of Ballinger, will he catch it? Yes, he will, over the shoulder in left center field. 2 down, as Chu will not be going anywhere. You know, like I said, that was that double right there that Chu had. That was his first hit and his first at bat. That was his first hit and first at bat of the World Series and the postseason. And obviously, it was a double. So he's batting 1,000 in the postseason and a series. It's 1-for-1 with a double. Can he score though? Here's McCutcheon, and he will not score, but the Rangers will take a 3-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers need 3 runs to tie, 4 to force a Game 5. The Dodgers need 3 runs to tie, 4 to force a Game 5. Middle of the 9th, 3-0 Rangers. Rangers 3 outs away from winning their first World Series in franchise history. Or the Rangers are 3 outs away from winning their first World Series in franchise history, but it's not over yet, because obviously they were, one trade away from winning their first World Series in franchise history in Game 6 of the 2011 World Series. They were 2 times in that game, the bottom of the 9th and the bottom of the 10th. There's the Nets Cardinals in St. Louis, the bottom of the 9th and the bottom of the 10th. The Rangers are 1 straight away from winning their first World Series in franchise history, but unfortunately tonight did that 3rd straight and ended up losing that game. Then it was 10-9 and 11 innings, and then ended up losing Game 7 like 6-2 or something. And then obviously, and then the year before that, they lost to the Giants in the World Series, and haven't been to the World Series since. They've been to the postseason, but they haven't been to the World Series since. And they'll obviously right now in this game, let's bring in our closer, go over the save, and then try to shut the door on the Dodgers and try to get that first World Series under the Rangers' belt. Let's do it. 4 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, no walks. He hasn't even a base hit against lefties or righties. There's no average versus lefties or righties. No earned runs. There are 2 for 2 on saves, 4 appearances, 4 innings. So that means 2 appearances. He wasn't in a safe situation, including a appearance in the bottom of the 9th in Game 3. Here's Lutz. Top of the order is due up for the Dodgers. 1, 2, 3. They need 3 to tie, 4 to win, and they need 3 to tie. They need 3 runs to tie, 4 to force a Game 5. Which if there's a Game 5, it will be right here in LA. Here we go. 0-1 pitch to Lutz. And it's a swing and a miss. 14 bounce ball, a slider, a changeup, and a 2-seam bounce ball for Jose Leclerc. 0-2 pitch. Got him. Strike 3 on a 2-seam bounce ball as Lutz throws his bat. And there's 1 down. 3rd strikeout of the game for him. Here's Turner. Hands on their feet. First pitch. And that's a foul ball. Here's the slider. And it's in there. Just swims through it. Slider at 82 miles per hour. 0-2 pitch. Or 0-2 count to Turner. 0-2 pitch. And a line drive. Deep right field. Not a good jump for Mancini. And it's over his head. Well, 2 off the wall by the 360 sign. Just to the... And he's going to 3rd. Throw the 3rd. And he's in there with a triple. A 1-out triple for Turner. As not a good jump by Mancini. And it went not over his head. He didn't have a good jump. And 2 off the wall by that high heat sign, which is just to the left. Or 2 off the wall by that high heat sign, just to the left of the 360 sign. And Turner just beat the throw. The 1-out triple. Now it's Mookie Betts. Box that runner at 3rd does not matter. But we don't want, because if Betts send it on, Tyler will be coming to the plate, and the guy on deck is Cody Bellinger. And then it's Mads Muncy. Even if they say it's a ground ball and the run scores, I don't care. We just don't want the time run we don't want the time run to come to the plate, which is Bellinger, and he'll get up and down, so there's a double play here. 0-1 pitch, and that's a ground ball base hit. It's an RBI signal for Betts. The runner at 3rd will score, which is Turner. It's a 3-1 game. That's the first earned run, and that triple was the first hit that Leclerc has given up to a lefty or righty in the postseason. Out right there, Turner got the first hit off of Leclerc in the postseason and scored the first run or earned run off of Leclerc So Turner got the first hit off of third in the postseason, and also scored the first run or earned run given up by the third in the postseason as well. And now it's Bellinger 1 for 3 with a single in the game, 1 for 15 with that single he scored he's 1 for 3 in the game with a single, and he's 1 for 15 with the single he got in this game in the World Series. So I don't know, sorry about that, but it said Bellinger 1 for 3 with a single in the game, 1 for 15 with a single in the World Series. So he was 0 for in all this game. So he has one hit in the World Series, which was a single, and it was in this game. 1 for 3 with a single in the game, 1 for 15 with a single, or he's 1 for 3 with a single in the game, and he's 1 for 15 with a single, or he's 1 for 3 with a single in the game, and he's 1 for 15, or he's 1 for 3 with a single in the game, and he's 1 for 15. He's 1 for 3 with a single in the game, and he's 1 for 15 with a single in the World Series. Sorry it took so long to say that, but here we go. Shouldn't throw a pitch like that. Here we go. Homer ties it, and it's a swing and a miss. Here we go. Timer at the plate. 0-1 pitch. Double play ends it, and it's low. Here we go. We don't want to give him anything up, or at least if it's up, put it like one of the corners. How in the world is that not a strike, Blue? Wait, the umpires are wearing the tote because it's cold, obviously. But like, Blue, how is that not a strike? 2-1 pitch, and I kind of hung the slider, but he was down in front of it. 2-2. Let's go with the changeup. Right there, 2-2 pitch, and that's a foul ball. Homer ties it though. Homer ties it. Double play ends it. We're doing a two-seam fastball. Just high and in, and he got him on the two-seam fastball at 96 miles per hour. High and in, 2 down, but now it's Muncy. It's 0 for 3 with 0 for 3 in the game, 0 for 12 in the World Series. He's hitless in the game and in the World Series, but one swing to tie the game. Even if he doesn't homer, if he gets on base, then the winner run's coming to the plate. Here we go, first pitch, foul ball. Hit that pretty well. Hit that the other way. 0-1 pitch, and that's a swing and a miss, and the Rangers are 1 strike away from winning their first World Series in franchise history, but obviously, I just said they were 1 strike away from winning their first World Series in franchise history. In Game 6 of the 2011 World Series 2 different times, in the bottom of the 9th and the bottom of the 10th, but they couldn't hit the 3rd strike either time, and because it splits about the end in like 40 seconds, and possibly to be one of the World Series momentarily, I'm going to start a new clip, so none of the celebration gets cut off or anything. So yeah, I want to start a new clip, so if we win the World Series, which we're 1 straight away from doing that, I don't want to have any of the celebrations cut off or anything. Here we go. I know you're quiet here. 0-2 pitch to Muncy. That's a little tapper. Well, it's stay fair. It's fair. Front of first by Trios is in time, and the Texas Rangers have won the World Series for the first time in franchise history, as they sweep the Dodgers and they go undefeated in the postseason. As they finish with 11-0 record in the postseason, as they sweep the Dodgers as their World Series champs for the first time in franchise history. As they celebrate, as you can see, I believe I saw McCutchen, Mancini, there's Kluber, there's Guzman. Congratulations, the World Series champion, Texas Rangers. First World Series championship for the Texas Rangers. First World Series championship for the Texas Rangers in franchise history, as Arlington will be partying tonight. There's a celebration by the right fielder Mancini. And I believe we'll get one more celebration from possibly the coaches or the shortstop or something. And it will be from the third. I think it was supposed to be the shortstop, but they had to shift on it then. But that's the third baseman, Todd Frazier. And here's the trophy presentation. As holding it up is Danny Santana. And there is the trophy. Danny Santana holds it up. 2020 World Champions. The 2020 World Champions are the Texas Rangers. Their first World Series championship in franchise history. As they sweep the Dodgers and they finish with an undefeated record in the postseason, and that record is 11-0. They swept the A's 3-0, swept the Twins 4-0, and swept the Dodgers 4-0. So 3 + 4 + 4 is, well, 3 plus 4 is 7, and 7 plus 4 is 11. Dibson, it's a win is 2-0. Kershaw, its loss is 2-3, and Leclerc, it's a say, is third of the postseason. As we win the World Series for the Texas Rangers win the World Series for the first time in franchise history. Looks like I got flashbacks and legends. Choose one batter, Pat. I don't know why, but this March October campaign cannot be authenticated by this console. You may continue in March to October, but will not be eligible for Team Infinity reward dates, whatever the heck that is. Yeah, Team Infinity 0 down to Team Affinity rewards can be redeemed by connected online, whatever. I don't care about that. But World Series champions, Texas Rangers. And now I have a bit. So grade A+, unbelievable. Finished 118-44 in the regular season, first in the AL West, and then obviously went 11-0 in the postseason. Swept the A's, swept the Twins, and swept the Dodgers. Now start a new March to October. That's option 1, which you can see the cursor on. Start a new March to October, or continue this March to October in franchise. And I'm going to do the second one because that's what I did with my Minnesota Twins March to October and over the show 19. I continue it in a franchise because if you start a new one, well, I could do the Rangers again, but you would just start over with another March to October in the 2020 season. If I continue in a franchise, well, I'll have the same players, everything. Assuming that obviously if they're still in their contract, and all that good stuff. And that season will be 2021 season, and it'll just be a normal franchise like all my other franchises. Because now at Minnesota Twins March to October continuing franchise, well, instead of a franchise, and obviously the next year, 2019 won the World Series. I believe we swept the Cubs. I believe, or we won against the Cubs in the World Series. I think we swept them, and then obviously the next year, 2020. Well, unfortunately, I think we lost in 6 games to the Yankees in the ALCS. And now we're in the 2021 season, and my Minnesota Twins March to October continuing franchise series, which is in right here in MLB Show 20. But I'm gonna do continue in franchise because I don't want to start a new March. I want to continue with this team and see if we can or I want to continue in this year March to October in franchise because obviously we're the defending champs, and let's see if we can defend our World Series title and see if we can go bat to bat. So yeah, continue in franchise. See, now normal franchise. See, player of the game or top player spotlight, but I think that means the player of the game. Dibson 8 innings, 4 hits, no runs, no earned runs, 14 strikeouts. Now it's like, yeah, I mean, that's the postseason bracket right there. And now it's a franchise. You can see manage, there's the roster, lineups, pitching rotation budget, which is $1.3 million each week. GM goals, as you can see, 2020, 118-44, 1 World Series. Expectation was a finish over 500, and we blew that out of the water. Job security high, year 1 of 3, so next year will be year 2 out of 3. GM rating is A, but it's going down. As obviously, postseason, sweep the Division Series, sweep the League Championship Series, sweep the World Series, go undefeated in the postseason, and count. We did that, everything on that, except for when the wild card game, because obviously when we were in the wild card game. We scored 20 runs in a single game once, shut 20 batters down in one game, hit 5 home runs in a single game 4 different times, turned 4 double plays 2 different times, and we also had the lead in wins, finished the best record in the majors, win 95 games in a season, we blew that out, 118. Win 20 games in a single month. We won 3 different times. We did that. Won 10 consecutive series. We did that once, and then 1 to 10 consecutive games. We did that 3 different times. Yeah, now then over here, you have lead leaders, stats, top prospects, injured list, awards. Which I want to see who won the doors the World Series MVP, and then it looks like Will Smith won the postseason MVP for the NL, and then Joey Gallo won the postseason MVP for the AL, and obviously Rougned Odor won the World Series MVP. Yeah, he batted 400 with no home runs and 6 RBIs in the World Series. And if you looked at Joey Gallo, Odor came in second. Joey Gallo in the postseason went batted .390, 2 home runs, 9 RBI, or 2 home runs, 10 RBIs actually, because he had that one, that sack fly. But yeah, Ronaldo Odor batted .400, and had no home runs and 6 RBI, or Ronaldo Odor batted .400 and had no home runs and 6 RBIs in the World Series. He's the World Series MVP. Obviously, then you saw the standings and all that stuff. So it's a normal franchise, because if you look at Advanced Day, that's all the finals and stuff of like, everything. Some of these games we didn't play, obviously. As the most runs we gave up in a single game was, well, the A's, I forgot, we played on the end of season. No, well, 6-1, 4-3, 7, or in the A series, we beat them 6-1, 4-3, and 4-0, and in the Twin series, we beat the Twins 7-0, 9-0, 6-0, and 4-1. So in that series, the Twins only got 1 run. And then in the World Series, we beat the Dodgers 7-1, 4-2, 4-0, and 3-1. So the most runs we gave up in a single game in the postseason was 3, and that was the A's in Game 2 of the ALDS, where we beat them 4-3. That was the closest game. All the other games we won by, well, that was the closest game. We also had Game 2 was 4-2, so that was close. Game 2 was 4-2. And the World Series was 4-2. But yeah, so now obviously next episode of this series will be opening day 2021. I'll do all the simming in the off season, all the off season like re-signings, free agent signings if I do any, all the off season festivities. And I'll do all the off-season festivities and spring training, which usually I just sim spring training off camera. So I'll do all the off-season festivities and then spring training will be off camera. Usually I just sim spring training, but all this like I said, all the off-season festivities and spring training will be off camera, and usually I sim spring training, like I said. And the next episode of a series, I'm not sure when it's going to be in real life, but in this game it will be opening day 2021. I'm not sure. If it's gonna be if it's at home or if it's on the road and who we're playing. And if it's on the road, that'll be next episode. It doesn't matter if it's on the road or at home. But if it's on the road, I'd say the first 2 series are on the road, then the third series is at home, and obviously that first game of that first series is our home opener. That will be episode 2. So there's a possibility to be opening day, and next episode of the series will be opening day 2021, and then I'm not sure next episode. Or next episode of the series will be opening day the next episode of the series will be opening day 2021, and then if it's on the road, then obviously we have a home opener still. Then next episode after that will be the home opener. But say the first game of the year is at home, then obviously that's our home opener along with our season opener. Or so if our first game of the year is at home, it's our home opener and our season opener. But say our first game's on the road, then that's just our season opener, and then the next episode after that will be, or the next episode after the next episode, or the episode after the next episode of the series will be the home opener. But say our first game of the year is at home, well then that's our home opener and our season opener. So obviously then obviously I'll do another game, but it won't be the home opener because I already did it. So basically, bottom line is next episode of the series will be opening day, or next episode of the series will be opening day 2021, and then I'm not sure. And the next episode after that will be the Rangers home opener if the Rangers' first game of the season is on the road. But if the Rangers' first game of the season is at home, then the next episode after the next episode, I know I'm less complicated. So next episode of the series will be opening the next episode of the series will be opening day 2021. If it's at home, then it's also our home opener. So obviously the title will be open today. But then say our first game of the season, which is on open day, is on the road, and our first 2 series are on the road, and the third series is our first series at home. That first game of that series is our home opener. So opening day and our home opener will be in 2 different videos, unless the Rangers' first game of the season is at home. That's a much better way to explain it, because and also sometimes when I'm talking too fast and I don't pronounce my words right, or I misspeak, or I skip something. But basically, opening day and the Rangers home opener will be in 2 different videos, unless the Rangers, or the opening day and the Rangers home opener will be in 2 different videos, 2 different episodes, unless the Rangers' first game of the season, or the opening day and the Rangers' home opener will be in 2 different episodes, unless the Rangers' first game of the season, which is opening day, is at home. Obviously, you'll find out if it's opening day is at home or on the road. And yeah, stay tuned for that video, which hopefully will go up sooner than later. Okay, so close on the board. If you have subscribe the like button, subscribe if you have any. Tell your mom, dad, or okay, that's how close on the board. Or I just gotta do it in that slip because I just don't want to be rushed. So see you on the other side. Well, that last slip was on. I stopped it at like 12:36, and I was on at 12:45. So I didn't want to get rushed and all that good stuff. Now it's time for the closing. Okay, that's time for the closing the board. If you had subs out, okay, that's time for closing the board. If you had subs out, the like button. Okay, that's time for closing the board. If you had subs out, hit the like button. Subscribe if you have been. Tell your mom, dad, grandmother, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And I'm gonna see you in episode number 12 of the Texas Rangers March to October continued in franchise series. See you in episode number 12. And eat on a bacon and go Rangers.